Welcome back, everyone. I'm Nat.
I'm Claude.
And this is the TMI FYI podcast where we talk about all the things that you're not supposed to say out loud.
To other people.
To other people.
Maybe your BFFs, maybe your closest people.
But mostly you're not going to talk about it in polite company, most likely. We are very impolite company, so.
Yes. We go there. We enjoy going there.
We love to go there.
Brings the laughter.
Yeah. Full disclosure, we recorded this yesterday.
Yeah.
And after
this is take two.
after we did the whole thing, we said so many things. We had such good insights. And then we looked at our camera and only recorded like 17 minutes of it.
So we're rookies.
Yeah.
Rookies. So, this is our small. We have these beautiful makeshift, hold these stupid microphones in place because we can't get the sound right.
We're a startup here, okay?
Right. So we're going to take you on the journey with us.
Yes.
I might fight with this thing
a
couple times.
Don't mind her as she just like wrestles with her mic. But we're here. We're taking two. And we have so many fun things to talk about. We came up with a list that is so long. It was so hard to figure out what to start with. And then we thought, okay, well, Mother's Day is coming.
Right, which is one of my faves.
Actually, I think it is your fave.
I think it is my fave. I think it's my favorite. It still is. It used to be always, of course, as usual, Thanksgiving, because we did the big hosting. And then I still enjoy it. It's still my daughter's favorite.
It's your Mother's Day is your daughter's favorite?
No. Oh. Thanksgiving was.
Oh, okay.
It's still her favorite.
I was going to say, interesting.
No. I mean, that Thanksgiving was, we used to host the big thing, your mom did it first, then we did it. And then now, once my personal, it's Mother's Day. And there's, it's changed over time, what it means to me, why I love it.
Yeah. So we're both moms. My kids are still little. Mine are 9 and 4, but your kids are grown women.
Yes. My birthed child is 23. And my bonus child is 30. She just turned 30. So I have 2 girls.
Okay.
And my bonus daughter has been in my life since she was about 2.5, almost 3. So, a lifetime.
Yeah.
She's been here a lifetime.
So you've been doing Mother's Day for a bit.
So for a bit. And, it's, so why is it my favorite? We'll start off, we're going to kick this off with that. Since Mother's Day is coming, we've got some hints for the fellas.
Yes.
On the whatnots.
Bring your gentlemen in because we have thoughts and opinions. We've been through some things.
Yeah.
We've
gotten some comments. We've have stories. And so, there's new dads out there. I know a couple. And we have some great conversations and they express their concerns. And I impart, I guess you could say, or I share my thoughts, my experiences with them and let them know, listen, women, at least the women I've spoken to, and women maybe don't want to share with you, but this is kind of what we want sometimes, and make sure not to fall into the traps or the pitfalls of screwing up and what not to do.
Right.
So Mother's Day. So Mother's Day for me began a while ago, and I think it's my favorite because it was my first experience, or my first, how would you call it? Real in-depth look as what it is to be in that mom's club. Because so because it's a club, but it's it's a big wide club.
Yes.
Because some moms are really they have wanted to be moms for a long time and they dream of having children. I've always wanted children. When I was younger, I used to want a lot. And then I had one, and I'm like, I think I'm good with this.
It's so wild, right? Because you think, the thought of a big family, and some people do this, and God bless. But once you have one, you're like, oh, this is actually a ton of work.
Yeah, and it's a lot goes into it, even as a woman. You as a woman, you now have these new expectations for yourself and perceived, expectations from what society expects you to be. And and you kind of battle with, wait a minute, but I'm not really feeling that. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, lots of that.
Yeah, why am I not? But that's in our having a baby episode.
Sure, yeah. For me,
it was the Mother's Day. So I when my daughter was born, and it was really special, and you look forward to the, when they're newborns, obviously they're not getting you anything, obviously. Yeah, I'll let you take on that part. I was lucky in that, I don't remember, I really don't have a memory of any of that being a bad thing. I always got a little something, whatever, and I love being told Happy Mother's Day, and it was like this unspoken, I get it, between women, and it's this thing that you share. As a woman, you share being a woman, but when you're a mom, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Why this means something, what it is to have this being,
Right.
that's all yours. And so that's what made it really special to me. I just felt like, she knows. She knows.
She gets it.
She'll get it someday.
Yeah.
So that's what made it great, and I loved all that. And then it kind of shifted a little bit as they got older. I was like, ready for a break on Mother's Day. Like Mother's Day came, and what do you want? I'm like, I don't want a mother, as we've discussed. I don't want to be responsible for another human today. I don't want to feed anyone. I don't want to hear, Mom, can I? Mom, bring me. Mom, where is? Mom, what do we? Mom. Just don't say mom on Mother's Day. And it's, I love you. I would die without you.
Right.
But on this one day, I'm okay. I'm just. So it became tradition that we had, by the time my daughter was 5, and Michelle was 11, I think, we had moved to a new house, and it had a pool and a big yard. And I'm like, I think for Mother's Day, we don't have to go anywhere. I'm not a big fan of the pre-planned restaurant thing, the brunch, the waiting in line.
I don't think anybody actually likes that.
There might be. I don't
Maybe
know.
because it's like so low effort. Like you don't have to do anything.
Oh, you have to get dressed up, and you have to stand in line, and you have to.
That's the thing, though. It's like, what is enjoyable about being in a super crowded restaurant? Everything's rushed. Nothing tastes that great. It's loud. Like, I don't find anything enjoyable about that.
Like, I don't look forward to that at all. And we could take that a step further and say Valentine's Day, Easter,
any
Easter
of those
brunch,
big holidays.
It's, sometimes it's the only place a big family can gather. Maybe sometimes they don't have,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so I
It's
get
also
it.
expensive.
All of it. All of it is just like no, thank you.
Yeah, the whole thing is a big no.
Yeah, so keep it. And if you do it and you like it, God bless.
Like ask your baby mama if that's what she's into.
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to bet a lot of women don't like that.
They just want you to take over. I think that the thing there is, I just want someone to take the load off for the day.
Right.
So whatever I would normally do when everybody's home, I don't want to do it today.
Yeah.
I want to lay by the pool because I'm a sun worshiper.
Your dermatologist loves that.
No, and
she loves that about you.
I paid for those sunspots and the melasma. Is that what melasma?
Yeah, the spots on the face. And the older you get, the more they start to like.
Thank you.
No, you're not.
We're not going to go there. Oh,
you're very young.
No,
you're very young.
I know. I'm not there yet.
You're forever young.
And so the melasma, and it says, oh yeah, that comes out with heat. I'm like, well, we're in Miami. There's no escaping that. So I will always have melasma. And then I got the beautiful big sun spots that started coming out. I go, holy crap. Okay, so the baby oil on the face.
Wasn't a good idea.
No, and the Coca-Cola on the skin, and the lemon, and the beer in the hair. That was all 80s.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
It was, wasn't it? It was a good time.
It was wonderful.
And so for Mother's Day, that's what you want. You just want to go back.
Feel the sizzle on my skin. And I just want to lay outside and have mimosas all day. There's my glass. If you see it empty,
refill
it, and then go away.
Ask no questions.
Let me blast my music, whatever it is, some good booty music, some good whatever it is on that Mother's Day.
Right.
And just don't ask me for anything. And that's all. A card. I love a good card that actually looks like you took the time and it wasn't the last of 4 that were left in the store, because I'll know
like
that
a
you
foreign
went
language.
that morning, before I woke up, and you went, I have to go get gas in the car. No, you didn't. You went to go get a car.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
So I love those, and we usually find like a funny one. I'll get a funny one and a serious one. I love those. I don't need. When I was younger, I liked the gifts, of course. I like to know that you went, and but I really like the special made ones. Like my daughter really enjoys making a photo album, or like now that she's older, we've taken trips and she'll make an album from a trip.
Yeah.
Or one time she wrote me she did a memory one, like on Shutterfly, and under each one, why she loves that picture, what the memory.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so that means more to me than anything you could buy in a store.
I think I totally agree. I think especially for Mother's Day, more so than other gift giving occasions, Mother's Day, I think it's so loaded, right? It's like you put so much of yourself into being a mom all year long. And then here's this day that is designed specifically to appreciate all the shit you do, that you put up with, that you deal with, that you carry every single day as a mom. And so for me, I think I totally agree with you that on this day in particular, it's not just a gift that you want to get, right? It's not like, oh, get me a bag, and maybe it is.
I'm
not okay.
But I'll let you know what it is. Don't worry. There will be hints.
You'll know.
There will be pictures.
You'll know.
There will be links sent and say any one of these, but mostly the first.
Yeah, exactly. But I still think every mom appreciates on this day a super thoughtful gift, something that just says like, I see you as a mom, I appreciate you. And so I mentioned this yesterday, but my number one favorite Mother's Day gift that I ever have gotten, and I've gotten some good ones over the years, is this little Pokemon card that my husband had made. So my oldest son is obsessed with Pokemon, and I think he's growing.
And I don't get it.
Well, no.
And I get that it's a thing. I've never, Pokemon was not a thing.
It was? Well, not when you were. But
no, not when I was. Maybe when my daughter was little. I mean, I'm sure
it had a resurgence. It was like around when I was like younger, and then it came back. And anyway,
okay.
It doesn't matter. He's obsessed with it, has all the cards, all the things. And so Pokemon was a big part of our life. Like it was, we were talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
And then he had this Pokemon card made, and it was pink, and it had Princess Peach on it. I know you don't know what that is.
No, I don't, but I'm going to go with it.
So here's one thing about our friend Claudia here. She doesn't know any like cultural references.
I mean, I do. I can give you celebrity children's names.
That's
I can
true.
Give you
That's
celebrity.
true.
I know a lot of pop culture and stuff, but like the kid stuff, I have girls, so it was always
That's
like
true.
Barbies, Polly Pocket.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Bratz dolls. That was a big.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, it's you know.
Okay, so you weren't in this world. So video games, all that sort of thing.
Well,
and I grew up with brothers, so I've always been in the boy arena, and now I have two boys myself because the Lord knew that I would just go overboard if I had girls. So God always knows what He's doing. Anyway. He got me this Pokemon card, and it had Princess Peach on it, and it had our two little boys on it, and it had like our like just little facts about our life and our kids. And I was like, I have no utility for this. There's nothing I can do with this card, and yet it is my favorite gift that I've ever gotten. So again, tip for the gentleman: just think about it. Like, what would be cute?
If there's inside
jokes
or moments or things that you guys laugh about or an experience you went through that even with one or two words will instantly trigger that for her. You know, sometimes a little engraved something. I mean, and it doesn't have to be anything expensive.
No.
It doesn't have to be, if you go on Shutterfly or any one of these photo app things, they always have gifts that you can, a mug or whatever. She likes coffee. I know that sounds generic, but it's something that says, I took the time to find a good picture. I took a time, you know, to make you something that actually says, hey, you know what, I knew this day was coming.
Yeah.
Because it's not a surprise, guys. It's every year in May. It's usually the second Sunday, I believe. Just know it's in May. At least dwindle it down to that. And then, you know.
We know it's coming.
And if you don't, it's going to be a big deal. Because they might say, it's okay. It's not okay.
It's not
It really
okay.
isn't. They're going to tell you that to keep the peace because sometimes arguments just aren't worth it.
Right.
But come on.
It's really
Mother's
not
Day has
okay.
been happening since the beginning of time.
Yeah, that we know of. And it's not okay to do that. And here's another thing that's not okay. Men. So
we love you, men.
We do love you. And this is not going to be...
Some of you need a little bit of education.
Yeah, you need... all men... a little molding, right?
A little
refinement.
Yes. A little touch-up.
Yeah.
A little, grooming.
So this is not a male bashing podcast.
No.
Just so you know, we love our men. But here's one thing not to do that... And I want to preface this. My husband's wonderful. We love him. He's great. He's a good man.
But he's needed to
like
learn.
Every man, he
do.
needs a little, you know. So for my first Mother's Day, we were talking about it, and I could tell in our conversation, he seemed like genuinely confused as to where the conversation was going.
And
like
why he was involved.
Yeah, like, am I supposed to do something? Like, he seemed a little bit like... And I don't remember exactly how we got to this, but he says at one point, well, I mean, you're not my mother. And I gotta tell
I love you, Juan. I love you. And because I love you, I'm going to smile at that story and laugh.
I gotta tell you,
you're not my mom.
You're not my mom. Okay. And, you know.
True.
It's true. I'm not. I'm not. And I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And I don't really know exactly how I reacted. I think I blacked out because I was just like, oh, wow.
The rage. The rage just
I saw the movie cut off because I was like, what? Like, we're not even on different pages. We're on different books.
Yeah.
Like, we are.
Yeah.
So I had to explain to him that, like, no, I'm not your mom, but, like, I am the mother of your baby.
9-month-old.
You're 9
who's
month
not
old.
going to go to CVS and get a card for me or find.
Not.
Yeah.
So get your...
It
is your
mom.
duty. It is your duty.
And I think another healthy tip would be if you're just going to get a card, which is fine.
Yes.
Do not just hand it over in a bag.
No.
Or hand it over blank or say, oh, here, I got this and forgot to write in it or didn't have time to write in it. You know what? Sit in the car. Pretend you have to go get something out of the car.
Those 45 minutes that you spend in the bathroom. Because we know you're not going to miss
videos.
that.
Yeah. That's a good time.
Use
Take a pen with you. We won't know. We won't know that that's where it was done. But make sure that if there's no gift, which is fine. Again, I'm going to keep saying that because some people say, listen, you know what? We can't afford. Fine. But just something, and I think that the breakfast in bed thing is a little bit cliche and overdone. Like, I'm not sure by the time it gets to you, it's cold anyway. And it's cute. The thought is cute. And I think maybe even for little kids, I don't know if these days they tell them in school, what are you going to do for your mom? And you're going to make her breakfast in bed. I don't know if I really want to. I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
So don't wake me up.
I agree.
Right?
I don't know where this came from. I think movies, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, time. It's always been a thing. Commercials.
Right.
They take the mom the breakfast in bed and she's so happy. I'm like, all I think about is, what does the kitchen look like?
Oh, I know.
What am I going to have to clean when I go out there? And then they'll say, oh, don't worry, I'm going to get it.
But then you get it at like 4:00. And meanwhile, the whole day, it's just like
after my mimosa day, it's going to be, I know that's waiting for me. No, I don't want that. I want to sleep. I want to wake up. Get in bed with me, find hugs, cuddles, cute, a card, your macaroni necklace, whatever it is that's coming. And then, bye-bye.
But then disappear.
Just go have a plan for them, Dad. But then, there's Mother's Day where the dad's not involved or the dad, so that becomes a different, even if the dad is not living there anymore. So dads, if you are a dad of a divorce, divorce situation or whatever it may be, if you have a new someone, no matter what the relationship is with your ex, if she's the mother of your kids, that still needs to be recognized.
Yes, acknowledge it in some way.
In some way, even if you don't have a good relationship, even if whatever, again, a card, sign it from the kids.
No, that'd be weird.
Well, sign it from the kids.
Okay.
Or, make sure you take them, with you and say, listen, it's Mother's Day next weekend. We need to get your mom a card or you need to make her a card.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you instill in them that it's an important day for her.
Sure.
You don't have to celebrate her, but she is the mom of your kids.
Yeah.
She's going to be in their life.
No, that's true.
So you have to
healthy.
bite the bullet.
That sounds like a healthy move.
I mean, yeah. And then, for some, they don't have their moms anymore. And some have bad relationships with their moms. And
It's kind of a loaded day, right?
Yeah, it's a loaded day.
It's supposed to be beautiful and fun, and it is for so many people. But for a lot of people, it's really not.
Yeah, and some are working hard with several kids by themselves, and it's a struggle. And so, I don't think there's any kids listening to us, but, if you're a child, just know that your mom, it means something.
Yeah.
Whether they work hard, whether they're retired and living life, whatever, it's still a day that you're the reason they're a mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
be nice. Don't be a little shit that day, okay? Like, get it together.
She already doesn't want you around that day.
She really doesn't. And you know what? I commend you for waiting a few years to implement that rule. My first Mother's Day, I was like, I don't want to do anything. Yeah. I don't want to wash a bottle. I don't want to change a diaper.
Worry about time. It's feeding.
The schedule. Because of course, we're the keepers of the schedule. So, no. Just no to all of it. Just, you need to take it on. You are mom today.
Yeah.
And that is, and if you're lucky enough to have that, just do it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
then you
you
can do
don't
whatever
have
you
to sit
want.
by the pool mimos in your room. Say,
No,
you
whatever
know what?
you
I'm
want.
going to lock myself
Yeah.
in the room and
I'm going to scroll TikTok all the live
day,
long day.
until I run out of battery.
Until
and then that's it,
the end of the phone. Like whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. But that kind of brings me to another thing that I think is a lot of moms deal with is that, yes, you are the mom in your family, which is great. But if you are a very lucky human, you have other moms in your life that you need to acknowledge and celebrate and spend time with. And so it becomes this like push pull of, okay, I want to spend my day hanging out by the pool, but my mom probably wants to see me. My mother-in-law wants to see her son.
She wants to see the kids
and the grandkids. And that's their grandmothers. That's a mom, right? So it starts to become all of these different like obligations that you have and expectations about what you should do. And if you come from a culture like ours, we're Hispanic, there's a lot of like guilt that you might get from, and I'm super lucky because my mom is like very Americanized in the sense that like she doesn't necessarily carry a lot of the Hispanic sort of things, but like we're a culture that likes to guilt. We like to lay it on thick.
Oh yeah, and what are we doing on Mother's Day? And they expect and they get dressed up.
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
It's full makeup and perfume and powder, and that's more the grandmas. The grandmas are ready, and then the moms are kind of like, they're enjoying. They just want to see you.
They just
want to see you. They want to spend time with you, and that's I think where I'm at. That, like I say, Mother's Day has evolved. Now it's not so much I want to spend the day by the pool. Now I'd like to spend it with her by the pool. Now I want some one-on-one time with her, which I'm very, very lucky, I think. Or, lucky, or I've also really paid attention and worked at making sure I have a solid relationship with her. I didn't necessarily have that with my mom. I think it was the difference in age, the time. My mom had 4 kids before me, and then there was a 10-year break. So I was the youngest of 5, with the next one being 10 years, my sister. Yeah. So by the time I came around, she's like, oh, fuck, another one?
Tired.
Yeah. She's like, oh, she's man. And I remember she told me the story that my father at the time was like, oh, no, we're not having this child. And this was in Colombia, South America. And she was... he doesn't want me to have this child. He was a lot older. Yeah. He was 54 when I was born. So that's already like grandpa age. But for him, he was like, I'm not at the age to be a dad right now. I'm already moving towards to start. And since she had other kids already, this was her second marriage. He's like, I have a full load here. You have 4 other kids, and now to add another one. Well, thank goodness she did not do it, and here I am. So, but through time, I think as I got older, she was just kind of tired of mother. She has a closer relationship with my sister, blah, blah, blah. But I remember thinking that my mom wasn't around for a lot of my things and whatever. So I made it a point. I said, I'm going to be different with my daughter as best I can. If my schedule allows, if whatever life course takes us, am I going to be able to go to her school things? Am I going to be able to be involved in whatever she wants to be involved in? And I was able to do it. And luckily, my daughter enjoyed it. She wanted, are you coming? Are you going? She played travel volleyball, and I was like, are you going to stay at practice? And I'm like, oh my God, I would have never wanted my parents at my soccer practice. I'm like, drop me off at the corner. Like, no. Yeah. My dad was a different story. I adored my dad. But, it's kind of like I see a lot of it even now. Like the moms and daughters are kind of like there's the buttons. Each one knows how to push the buttons sometimes, and it's like,
Well, and as women, we're tricky, right? We're tricky. We can be moody. We can be, there's a lot of dynamics
and
at
we
play.
do, and the nag, and we turn into that, which sometimes spills over into the relationship. And it's like, I don't want to be your mom, but sometimes we're in charge of so many schedules, and keeping track of so many things, and when they're newborn, that's keeping this thing alive. It always comes first. So you're like, when do I shower? And that whole newborn stage, blah, blah, blah. And then it's the school, the homework, the birthday parties, the teacher gifts. Then it's your family and your mother-in-law and your family-in-law, the gifts and the this and the baptism. And there's always functions, and there's always, and you're in charge of it. And if you don't get the gift, it's your fault. because it's not going to be
Right.
anyone else's. If
No
you have
one's
a
gonna
messy
think
house,
it's
they're
like-
not going to point at the man. It's always
Right.
going to be, and it's like, oh, come on. Like, we're adults living here. If I can wash dishes, you can wash dishes.
Sure.
Like, we're all in this together, but that's still...
Again, a topic for another day.
Yeah. So going back to now, I enjoy spending time with her, and we laugh a lot, and we both love music, and so
Right.
our car rides to school a lot. We're always not a lot of talking. Always on the way in the mornings with music, and I always was up to date on the latest. And she'd play something. I said, "Oh, add that to my playlist," And to this day, she always tells me that's my favorite thing. When I took her to college, it's a 12-hour drive. She went in New Orleans, and she loved when I would take her back and forth because we would spend that whole time just singing at the top of our lungs.
That is so fun.
Oh, and it's the best memory,
Yeah.
I feel that I really met the goal that I wanted. Like
Sure.
I was very honest in conversations with her, even from the time she was little. Whenever she asked a question about sex, about my period, about, when she saw it, she was 5. She walked into the bathroom and she was like shocked, and I'm like, okay, it's nothing to be worried. This is going to happen to you. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't, this happens to all women. Yeah, she was 5.
I definitely did not get that lesson.
Okay, you see? And so I was like, I think when they ask, especially now that you can just type something in, Google it, and then,
Yeah.
and we know what kind of rabbit hole that can lead
Sure.
you to. So I was like, it's going to happen. It's it seems yucky or whatever. She was 5, so I had to find a very basic way to explain it. She asked me about sex when she was 7. And I'm like, okay, well, that's TV for you. And we're
Ask
big
your father.
we're big Friends fans here. So, she was watching.
Our cups are
our cups,
even Friends quotes.
Yeah. So she, and when she had asked it 2 or 3 times, like, oh my God, I better prepare, because if I don't answer that question at some level soon, there's going to be someone else giving her that information. So we've always had a really open, and I've always wanted her to feel like she can come and ask me, and I'm not going to blow her off, or I'm not going
Right.
to give her some Mickey Mouse answer of, whatever, birds and bees. I mean, really, I get it. But
Right.
I know it's still called that. Or
No,
whatever,
but I think what you're getting at though is also just as they get older, because right now I'm still in the phase of I don't really want to do a lot of mothering that day, because
Yeah.
my little one is 4, right? So he's not able to do things for himself, like most things. So I still am in that being with you means I have to be working a little bit, whereas you have reached the point of you don't need anything from me. We can literally just be and enjoy each other, and that's all it's going to be. And as they get older, you get less and less time with them throughout the day, right? And so that is so meaningful to have them with you.
It really is.
So it
And
really
it's-
does change over time.
And I know last year she told me, oh, I bought a day pass. I don't. I
Oh,
assume
one
they
of those
do that
resort
every.
passes. Yeah.
I assume they do that everywhere. I don't know.
I don't know, but basically it's you go online and a bunch of really
And
nice
I think
hotels.
it's an app now. They have a resort pass.
Yeah,
app.
well, I'm sure everything has an
Yeah,
app.
I know.
So basically you go and we're very lucky. We live in Miami. We have beautiful hotels, resorts. We're right by the beach. But they probably have this in many places. But you basically buy a day pass to spend time in this
In their facility,
beautiful
yeah.
hotel. And so you can hang by the pool, you can go to the beach, and
you get chairs and
you get
umbrella, which is
chairs,
a
umbrellas,
big deal.
towels. It really is, because
Yeah.
those things are, expensive.
You have to rent them now. If you
Yeah.
go to a place that has them, you have to pay for them now.
Yeah, so you
and no
can-
one wants to lug their chair. And I mean, we've done it, but I mean,
I have
I'm
a
not saying-
huge ass wagon.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, part of the reason that we don't go to the beach as often as we should
loading the wagon
is the fucking wagon.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got so much stuff
Oh,
in it.
and you see someone that you go, oh, they got kids. We're going over there. I mean, you
There's
know,
that.
Yeah,
But
and
it's so
I
much
love
stuff.
kids, but once
but
you're
not at
not
the
in that,
beach.
yeah, when you're not at that phase anymore, it's like you love your own kids, but you don't want to be around
Yeah,
anybody
no.
else's kids, and they're cute and all, but
No.
they're gonna kick sand at me, and then I'm gonna have to get ugly, and then I'm gonna say the things.
Yeah, and you know what?
I'm not gonna be that bitchy old lady. I don't mean to be, but fuck, I've already been through it. Don't
Yeah.
bring your.
Which actually reminds me, I think last year or maybe the year before, I don't remember, we did Mother's Day at the beach. That sounds really nice. So this is another thing to think about as kind of going back to that,
Yeah,
as you're planning the day. That sounds so nice, right? Let's go to the beach. Yeah, let's go to the beach.
That's extra work.
The thing is, at the beach, it's like, are they going to drown? Is the current taking them?
Where is he?
Where did they go? Yeah. They want to go in the water. You want to sit and have a drink. Like, there's a lot. So unless you are willing to be like, baby, sit down on that chair, close your eyes, and don't worry about it.
Pretend you're in Cancun.
Yeah. Unless you're prepared to do that, don't do it. And it could be, this is the beach, but it could be anything, like any activity that is generally enjoyable but does require extra work. Unless you're going to take the whole thing on, don't take her to do it. It's not going to be a good plan.
No, it's not. And it's going to end up, someone's going to be in a bad mood.
Someone's going to get pissed, and it's probably going to be you.
There's going to be a child crying. There's going to be a sunburned child. There's going to be sand everywhere that you have to clean.
Sand in the crack.
Yeah, everywhere.
In the car.
In the toes, in the eye. It's, you know, it sounds great.
Fighting.
You know, if that's your only option and that's what your baby wants to do, then by all means. But just take note that you should, to make it an enjoyable day, you're going to have to take on the extra. You know, when they ask for something, when they're hungry, when they're whatever, you need to step in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing it.
And you're going to tell yourself, okay, we're not doing this again. Like, she can do it with the moms from school when it's a beach day, when there's other kids to entertain them. And then that's when the moms can really sit and enjoy, because you do it as a group, as a village. Your village, you're all together, and then someone's going to take them to the water so that you can sit and talk. And, you know, and that was actually...
And it could be with anything. It could be skating. It could be like any activity.
Yes. Don't bring extra work on Mother's
Day.
So you were talking about the day pass, the resort pass.
Oh, just that. You can go have like a great day, and it's super.
So that's what she
it's
did
relatively
for me.
affordable. It's like, it's not super expensive.
It's like 60. It can range from $60 to maybe $100, and that's what
but
she did last year. But
it's for the full day, and it's such a nice day.
And we had drinks, and we ordered lunch, and so my dog's coming into the room.
Oh, this is a dog house.
Yeah,
this dog loves me. And as you can tell, I'm super natural and relaxed around dogs.
Oh my goodness. So they're calling.
See you, Sally.
Right, that was my Sally girl. She might have made it.
Sally, that girl.
That girl. Whoosh. That's where it came from. So Mother's Day. So that is what we do now. That is what I look forward to. As you said, she's gotten older, and it's very rare that I get to just hang out with her.
Yeah.
And she's in a pretty long-term serious relationship. So when she has free time, that's, you know,
she's
her weekends are about that.
She's not going to be with you. Yeah.
Right. She works Monday through Friday, and then weekends. So when she says, I'll ask her, so what's up this weekend? What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to be here on Friday. And I'm like, I get all excited. I'm like, oh, you can be here. Okay, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay home. We're going to watch it. You know, I just want to be able to hang out with her. And even though if she's on her phone or doing whatever, at least she's here.
Yeah.
You know, my bonus daughter moved out 4 or 5 years ago. It was time, you know, she needed to start learning some independence. I know my husband struggled with that a bit because she has some learning challenges. So, you know, we have to be a little bit more on. But, you know, as we say, we're not going to live forever. And she's not always going to have someone to come in. You know, she'll have her sister and whatever. But I think, you know, we take that load on us. But, you know, there's certain things that living on your own teach you, you know. And yeah. I think every man should live on his own for a bit, needs to learn how to do laundry and dishes. And nowadays, though, a lot of kids don't even know how to do it. I think we need to bring back home ec 101, adulting 101, again, another episode.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the things that you're just used to mom doing.
Right.
And you take for granted. I mean, sometimes I hear them, they don't know what the functions on an oven are. You know, like what is bake? What is broil? What is, really? Like,
well, but you know what? So that's really interesting. Yes. But then, like, it's really kind of on the parent, right? It's not the kid.
Right, no.
Like, because my husband and I, our 9-year-old, there's a lot of things where I'm like, you're 9 years old. How do you don't know how to tie your shoe? You don't know how to do these like super basic things. And then my husband and I kind of looked at each other and I'm like, well, did we teach him how to do that? Like, did we actually like sit down and explain to him? Because it's almost like we have this memory. We don't remember how we learned it, right? So we're just like, oh, I just knew how to do that. But I'm sure someone sat down with me. Yeah. So if you're not doing that with your kids, like teaching them, okay, here's the oven, here's the laundry, here's how you shoe.
And a lot of them are interested when they see you in the kitchen or whatever. They want to be in there. Oh, let me. And sometimes like, oh.
But a lot of them don't care. Well, my boys, they don't care.
No?
No.
Oh, I thought your older one was like?
God, no.
No.
Bao,
Maybe with your
my
mom.
my little one occasionally will want to help me with something because he likes to be helpful. But no.
Oh, yeah, she did. She liked to be in the kitchen, and to this day, that's her favorite thing to do.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
a foodie. She loves to cook.
My kids don't care.
Yeah, and sometimes now she'll even make dinners, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so awesome.
Oh, that
Somebody's
is
cooking.
nice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. God
So
bless.
yeah,
Good work, Mom.
I know. and I tried. I think because I was in a hurry, which sometimes now I think back, if I would have known that was the only pregnancy and whatever that I would have had, I probably would have tried to pay attention, to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I went through postpartum, I went through things, and I was always kind of like, wow, there's a lot of freaking work. I can't wait till she's walking. I can't wait till, and then the
Yeah.
minute she hit each stage, I got rid of the things.
Sure.
Like the walker, she's done. I'll get another one if I have another kid. Like, we're done with that.
Yeah.
And then when she was done, and I can't wait till we can just leave the house with the little lunchbox size diaper bag that has a pull-up and a juice box and, a bag of animal crackers. I don't have to prepare and have the milk and the thing and the,
Yeah.
it just got easier. And then we could drive through somewhere and she could get maybe a cheeseburger and the apple slices because, we're healthy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Only nutritious meals here.
Here at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So
let's not fake it. Who's not stopping at McDonald's every now and again?
and more now than again. Maybe not these days, but back in that day,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
every day we would drive through and she would get the cheeseburger thing. And
I mean,
was
I had a
happy.
collection of toys. It was a
and
thing.
and the glasses when they would
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
glasses.
no.
I was just fine with it because it was just easier.
It
And the
still
macaroni
is,
and
yeah.
cheese, please, every day a box. I'm like, sure, 2 boxes, okay.
Yeah.
It's because you've got to get other things ready and you've
Right.
got, it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Well,
which-
and this is why we want to be celebrated
I
on
was gonna
Mother's Day.
So we circle back to a Mother's Day. I want to do nothing. I don't care if you feed them box chicken and macaroni and cheese
Yeah.
and popsicles all day. Awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're not going to die. They're fine. I never really worried about that. My daughter loved chocolate. They loved, and my husband liked fast food or still
No, there's
does.
no rules.
So,
I feel like there's no
yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
Rules suspended. It's kind of like when you go to the airport. The rules are suspended.
Oh.
You just got to do what you got to do to get by.
And do what you got to do. So, yeah. So it circles back to, I guess, ask her what she really
Ask
wants.
her what
Moms,
she
don't
wants.
be afraid. Don't be afraid to say, listen, can you just take the kids for the day?
Yeah.
Or, you know what? I would really like to do this. I mean, be honest about what you want. Don't say what
Yeah.
you think will look good in pictures or what you think, and the obligatory thing. We
Oh, yeah.
discussed this.
We did.
The idea I kind of came up with because I found myself in that position of we have to go visit, we have to, and then it just kind of puts
Yeah.
into your day.
It's stress.
No, we got to hurry now because we got to go here. And then, we got to get home in time because they still have a project or they have homework. And it's just your day just becomes another run around.
Another obligation.
So I kind of came up with this idea, which I'm sure other people have, but I'm going to claim it for today.
Yep.
Do it the day before. So either if the other people are willing or available, or celebrate them on Saturday. Maybe do something. Go visit the abuelas and the grandmas and the aunties and the whoever the day before. Make that day the visit day because Sunday it's my day. So now I'm a mom. I get some me time, or I get my wish for my gift. My gift is to do nothing, which includes driving around. I don't want to get the kids dressed and go through that battle. I want to do nothing. So if you're able, I don't know if by then, I think my mom was whatever, but I know I stressed it. I said, or in your case, like you said, you want to see your mom on Mother's Day. So maybe you take the Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe say, okay, we're going to do Mother's Day for Mom on Saturday, which means my husband, whatever, he's going to take them to their sports and take them to their thing. And I'm going to get to go to the beach. I'm going to get to go to whatever I'm going to do on that day. Or do the obligatory things on Saturday so that on Sunday it can be yours.
Yeah. Just pick a day that you
And
get
talk
to
to
do.
the other people. Say, listen, guys, you know what? This year I want to do this on Mother's Day, but I still want to see you. I want the kids to spend time with
Yeah.
you. So are you available on that Saturday? Can we do it on Saturday? Just work around it so that you're able to just enjoy it and get some some me time, some
well-deserved time for whatever you want to do. If you just want to like wash your hair, take an everything
Put on
shower.
one of those masks. I have like a million of them. And I see my daughter and my niece and everybody, and I look at them. I go, I have those, and I never knew them. They're like,
I never
we
do
love
them either.
First of all, they're cold, and I have this thing with cold things touching me. Oh God, I know, and it's so
but it feels
good
so
for you.
good.
I know, and it's supposed to be great, and the reduction of the puffiness in the veins. And I think about it, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, but it's gonna be so cold.
All right, you're in contemplation phase. Phase one of change.
yeah. And but the other day I did it, and like, oh, it's sticky and whatever,
but it feels so good, and then you're like so glowy after.
Yeah, and your hair just like sticks to your face. That's another thing.
Okay,
way
to look on the bright side. Okay,
we do. And I buy them and I stick them in their stockings for Christmas.
Yeah,
they love
that's
getting,
such good gifts.
I know.
Get some for your baby mama.
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Those are and they're good. I mean, I wish they worked the magic, but you have to do like 1,000 of them before.
Yeah, but it's just nice to have it. Just even if it's not doing anything, because I think a lot of those things are bullshit. It just feels nice to like sit on your bed with this crazy mask and just have a moment. Just take a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, spas are also a good gift if you can send.
They're so expensive these days, though.
Are they?
I mean,
I know, but
do it if you can.
If you can, but she might enjoy that, and that could be her getaway. Maybe she doesn't want to be in the sun. Maybe she doesn't.
Yeah.
Go to a spa, get a massage, or just go and buy the pass for the day where they can go in the steam room, they can go in the sauna, they can do all of the things in the facility. They don't necessarily have to get a treatment.
Yeah.
So that's a good option. I love a good spa day.
Oh, I love a spa day. I mean, I'm not one of these people that doesn't want that. I want a massage. I want a facial.
I want
a scalp massage.
Oh, the body wrap with the warm thing.
I want to be scrubbed until there's no, the first layer of skin is gone.
Like we need medical attention. That's good.
That's what I want.
Nothing in a good cold drink won't help ease that pain.
No, I want all of that.
All of that. Yeah. So Mother's Day. So fellas.
Yeah, step it up.
Step it up. Make sure there's a card involved, handmade or whatever, but let it have a signature.
Put your sentiments somewhere,
and not in between her legs.
No,
that's not. We're not talking about that sentiment, please. Right? That's what got us to Mother's Day. So
moms
stop.
Might want to be reminded of how they got there.
Who are you?
It's not me.
Not on Mother's Day. Other days, anniversary, every other day of the year, fine. Not Mother's Day. I know.
I
want to sleep. I want sun. I want massages. I want pampering.
Yeah.
Or I want my kid and hang out and laughter. And
I want deep appreciation. Like I can't express it enough. I just think that's all we want. Something that says, I see it. I see what you do. I
want you to take a break today.
Yeah. And let me take care of you for a minute.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's what they want, guys.
That's what we want.
New dads. If you're really, really new, if you have a newborn, this might be the year for going a little bigger because it's her first.
It's her first one.
First Mother's Day is
if she's pregnant.
She's still a mom.
She's a mom. And she will appreciate
being
acknowledged and feeling
and
like
celebrated.
She's part of the club.
Yeah.
Like she's part of it now.
Yeah.
Because she's mothering, all right? Because you're building a baby.
And there's going to be some changes that are...
Yeah.
Some changes as a woman, some changes as your partner, some changes in your relationship dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
That, again, other episodes to come because
so much
we have a lot, and I think a lot of women out there sometimes are afraid. Not afraid. They go through things and don't really feel like they have someone... They can share this or what they're going through is unique and what's wrong with me and what's this and oh my God, things have changed this way. And sometimes the guys are along for the ride going, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? Like no one told me that this was going to be happening. So we're going to talk about those.
That's the FYI.
No one told me. Yeah.
No one told me.
Yeah. So I think we've kind of touched on everything.
We've covered all the ground that we wanted to touch on. It's a big day. It's a lovely day. We also know it's a hard day, but do what you got to do to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. And celebrate the other moms, celebrate yourself, celebrate, this wonderful journey you're on because it's really takes you through so many emotions between the highest of highs.
It's a ride.
Some of the lowest, hard. They're hard moments and mostly emotional,
Yeah.
So it's going to be amazing. You're going to make it amazing.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So, I would say we hope you join us, I guess.
Yeah, you'll see us next week. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sign up, or you can hear us anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
You can send us an email if you want. If maybe there's a topic
Yeah.
that has been on your mind, or something you've been through that you're like, okay, is this only happening to me? You can send us an email at askus@tmifypodcast.com.
Yep.
We have an Instagram.
You can follow us on Instagram.
Same name.
Yeah. TMIFYI podcast.
And we hope you'll join us on the journey to talk about some of the stuff that maybe no one else is really approaching.
No one else is talking to you about.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe they have, but we're willing to talk about it.
All right, then you can just relate. Just come vent with us.
Yeah. And share a couple ha-has.
Yeah. There we go. All right. See you next week, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers, sister.
Cheers.